Hey everyone, thanks so much for being here. If you are new, thank you as well. Warm hugs, of course. My name is Rachel, and if you like, just make sure to give it a big thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. It's beneficial to you as well as to me. Just give you a sneak peek at all my content and when I'm uploading. So when you subscribe, hit that bell for those notifications. Open up yours, of course. So I thought I would go ahead and do this tonight while I have a chance. It's been a little too long. I don't know if the cat is like sneezing or wheezing, I'm not sure. But maybe he has allergies like the rest of us. Who knows? But I'm talking about you. Anyway, since it's been a little bit since I have done a quote makeup video, because the last one I did was on work ethics, because my sister had wanted me to do one on work ethics. I thought I would go ahead and pull out a bunch of brushes and some stuff, some pencils. I hardly ever use like pencil type products, but I thought I would go ahead and cool pencils I hardly ever work with, but I figured I would go ahead and like grab one, give it a try. The Wet n Wild coal crayon, I had some change that was building up, so I decided, okay, if I'm at Walmart, I'll grab something. This is in very, very small numbers. 992A in Simma Brown now. It's just a dark cocoa brown. It's kind of like a really, your actual typical cocoa brown, that kind of just, goes with absolutely everything. And if you have blue eyes, try brown. Sometimes it makes a heck of a difference. I mean, even if you're used to using like a black, and I have one here from Bodyography. It's an onyx. I don't mind using pencils so much. I mean, pencils are good. Pencils are really, really good for smudging. Really, really nice effect when you smudge. I remember one year I tried a look around this time of the year, because it's Lent. Easter's going to be coming. And I really don't do biblical makeup, but I did one on Salome, and I tried to replicate a makeup from not the movie Salome, but from, I think it was I think it was King of Kings with Jeffrey Hunter. And the way they have her black eyeliner smudged out, it just looked really, really super seductive. And all of course, because Salome is a very seductive character and is only mentioned in the Bible maybe twice, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, do correct me. I do not mind some criticism. But I did try, something like that. And I don't know if it actually worked, but I did try. This time of the year, I do try some lighter makeup, because spring is going to be coming. I'm not really a springtime person. I do like those temperatures, but not so much for the sniffly season for the allergies and stuff like that. You know, once the pollen starts pulling out, you know, it's like I am doomed. Doomed. So when I pulled the makeup that I did today, and I didn't sleep a good bit of the night, so I decided I was going to go ahead and put makeup on my face. I slept, I think, didn't fall asleep until around maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that, and slept till about 1. And here comes my daughter waltzing in the door at about like 2:30, 3 o'clock, telling me I think it's inevitable, I think we're breaking up. And I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. But I figured I'd go ahead and pull out makeup, you know, and do a video for you. And now we're at the 6-minute mark. I'm just gonna go ahead and start, you know, like going full force. I'm gonna go straight out full force on the makeup here. I tried to keep it very, very light. So hold on a sec. Let me see here. Let me grab a clip instead of a scrunchie. I usually use scrunchies. I like them for keeping my hair just, you know, kind of like up and away from my face, nice and soft, because I don't want to damage my hair. I have washed my hair last night, took my shower kind of late, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull it straight up. It's been straightened. I do like straightening my hair once in a while. I do have to make sure to use a straightening gel and also a frizz cream. I may eventually need to get some more. It's gonna look like a big floof at the top for a little while, but that's okay. I really don't care at this point. It's just, you know, just because I'm trying to get it up off my face. So we started with a moisturized face, of course. Every morning I wake up, I put some kind of like moisturizer on my face. I splash water on it first. I use a Nivea product. I used to use the little white jar that had like the jojoba oil in it and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, that stuff is great. But when I went for it, it went up in price. And my husband said, you know, just go ahead and get that bigger jar. You know, it's probably better to just get that more economically. It's probably better to get that. So when I finally sat down to do my makeup, I started with something kind of more on the softer, dewier type of thing. This is the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse. It is an airbrush finish, so you're going to notice it looking somewhat airbrushed. That's okay. I like it that way. This is Natural Ivory Light number 3 because my face is very fair. Not very often do I use anything any deeper unless I want to try anything any deeper. The deepest I go is a Peach Natural, which actually matches my skin kind of nicely because I tried it for a couple looks this past week and I'm like, dang, I really like that. You know, it looks really, really good. So I did with somebody told me to try a little bit of ASMR with this. I powdered only a couple areas on my face using the Airspun loose powder. I use this to only set like areas where the makeup moves. This is in translucent extra coverage. Translucent can be used for most skin tones. The deeper you go, you may need what they call a banana powder because it has yellow tones. So yeah, if I ever run out of this, I'll probably just, you know, go back to using the Photo Focus powder from Wet n Wild. I will either use the tip of a beauty blender, or just, you know, occasionally just a little brush just to blur out those little areas where they kind of, where makeup can move. If you work in movie or cinematic or theater, and you're looking to do a makeup, you know, that you want to make sure it looks very, very natural and a little bit more on the sultry side, whether you're doing a brown or a black eyeliner, you want to make sure that the makeup looks very natural, so that when, if it does start to move, or, you know, something starts to run, it could look a little thematic and look okay and not have to worry about it. And you can always use this damp. Occasionally I use a collagen rose water from Advanced Clinicals. I use it instead of a setting spray because some setting sprays have a lot of I'm trying to think, they're like alcohol and other stuff in it that kind of just is not good for your face. And I just can't think of what they are right at this moment, but sometimes I'll use the sponge, spray the sponge with some of that, and, you know, just tap those areas so that when you look at it up close, like really, really super up close, you wouldn't see any dryness or where you diffused those areas. I also use this kind of like to seal out my contour as well. When I did that Salome look, I tried to really, really look for the angles of the face, because she kind of has that trifecta, you know, that triangular trifecta going on as well, because remember, she was Roman, but she was a princess of Babylon, but she was Roman by blood. This should have been the lipstick that I used for that look, because it came like real close to the actress and the look that she was using. And beautiful woman that played her part, her name was Isabel Mestres, and she was just very, very exotic looking. Oh my gosh. Let's see, when I go from liquid makeup to powder, I do the brows. Brows, I try to keep them somewhat formed, but kind of like soft at the same time. I don't like to border them too terribly much. I did use a little bit of the brown pencil that I used, you know, just to fill in. What I usually do is take one of these, a spoolie, and then one of these on the other side. Use the spoolie first to get the shape, the general shape that you're looking for on both sides. Use a clear mascara. They have a Mega Clear Brow and Lash Mascara from Wet n Wild. Really, really like this product. And it really helped to kind of like just set it so that I could work with the brow shape. I used their Ultimate Brow Kit in brunette, I believe. No, dark brown, number 498. That very last one I had a medium, a dark, and then a thing of the sticky stuff, which I don't have any more of. Man, I work this thing. Man, I do. But this is almost like an ash brown, and it kind of works out for me. But just using that in because it's a densely packed. It's coming down into the other part of the pan. Just little wispy, little bits at a time. And I can see just like one little spot, you know, that kind of needs it. So we're going to do the clear gel, the dry product, and then a little bit of the pencil, and then just to soft border. And I like this one because it's a thinner product, and I like the thinner product, you know, to border it so that it doesn't look too terribly harsh. This is the Pearlie's Perfect Glow BB Concealer. I like it because it's really, really thin and it's not too thick. You could put it on the back of your head or on a little piece of like a plastic palette type. So, I can probably put that back on my box. I have a little Tupperware type box that I put things in. And a little plastic bag for certain things. I use the plastic bag more for things that that can leak out, like let's see, it goes that way down. Concealers, because concealers sometimes they kind of leak out in the edges. These are the essentially ageless. I come through here mostly for the under eye. And when it comes to those brows, if you really want to make them set, Hard Candy has a brow gel. This is in light brown, you know, just to go through it and really harden it so that it stays there for a while, for as long as you think you need to have it. This one's in light. I have another one that's a little more medium for more medium looks. I think I might need to get another plastic bag because this one has been through the ringer. Let's see. When I decided to do an eye makeup, I pulled out an LA Colors. This is their Radiant Beauty. And this was the only one that I saw. We had been at a Walmart that was even remotely close to neutrals. There's like a couple shimmeries and a couple of mattes. I used that brown to line, but I also used the pencil as well to kind of, you know, really get a good line on it. I used this to lay down first, then the pencil, and then more of this, you know, just to really get a good effect on it. I have it over here somewhere. There it is. the Wet n Wild lining brush. You can use, especially if you're using like dry product, use it wet or dry, and it can give you a really, really nice color payoff, give you nice, really, really nice lines. I'm gonna pull the light back so you can kind of see. There we go. And then again, you can always, you know, come through here with a little bit extra pencil if you want, you know, just to make it, you know, look a little extra. I really like these pencils. I lined with the pencil, and also I have this issue with mascaras. If I accidentally line and then crimp, it makes a mess of it. So what I do is I line first, crimp, and then line again, and then put a good crap ton of mascara on my eyelashes, because my eyelashes are very, very tiny. I mean, so minuscule like you wouldn't believe. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. And I do keep like a little bit of a water mister in here so I can get my brushes wet as needed, so I can get, you know, some kind of like an effect going on. And you can see just a little bit of a red going on there. You know, it's okay. I mean, I don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Now, if you wanted more of a coppery look, I have these things called the Salome Intense Eye Color in Brown Topaz number 2. And I don't know what it is about this. It's a really, really nice one. This can be used as an eyeliner as long as you have a really, really good base on your eyes, because otherwise it's going to slide right off. That's the only issue I have with that one. So I just, you know, I use that one very, very carefully. But so far, I'm really, really liking using a brown eyeliner. Really, really liking that. My mouth and my throat has been like really, really super dry lately. Oh my gosh. It's the air in here. I think we need a humidifier. My husband swears, you know, the humidity in here is fine. The humidity might be okay out there, but not in here. So I think I need a humidifier in my bedroom. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Mascara wise, and if you're wondering how I really, really get a nice snatched look to those brows, use a brush really, really similar to that. It's almost like a tapered brush. These are from Lancome. I really like these brushes. Just, you know, get those edges like right up in there. I like that because of how small the edges are on those. Really, really super nice. Okay, it's the Maybelline Falsies, and I can barely read it because of how long I've had it. I mean, who doesn't like a wand like that? Really, really nice. Just get the tips here a little bit. Just the tips, because I don't need any more mascara on. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm probably going to eat dinner. I just wanted to make sure everybody else got their dinner first, because I wanted to come in here and do this. And I should have said something. I do use a primer underneath all this, and I absolutely love this stuff. Lord forbid if I ever run out of this, because I don't know what I would do. The NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer over the lids and onto the eyeline. Blend it with your finger. It's a whole lot better if you blend it with your finger. It's just one of those things. I don't know what it is. And to really get, you know, that really huge effect on like your lashes, if you have like seriously tiny little lashes, let that dry and then crimp it again and you'll be fine. And if you think you need a little bit extra product, go for it. Nice stuff. Okay, winding down here. And by the way, the eyeshadows that I used were the Shimmery Copper here and that cream shadow. Really like this. Really like that. I was using a brush that came out of another palette, and I really like it. It's one of my favorites because of how soft it is. I need to get more brushes eventually, but I might be getting more brushes from my daughter because she's gonna be getting new brushes for herself, and she might be giving me some brushes that she doesn't use anymore. Make sure you have one of these if you're gonna be combing out your lashes. Really good idea, just to get, you know, the tops of your lashes, especially if you come like through the back and push forward a little bit. I mean, if you're really looking for that sultry look to your eyes, make sure you have that, you know, those fluttery looking lashes, especially if you're going for that sultry look. Contour. Wait. Whether you like beige or white, I like beige. This is kind of like a cream beige to brighten the waterline because I don't like smoky waterlines. I like to make them look clean. And if I'm not mistaken, this is, oh my gosh, number 607A in Calling Your Buff. This is like a buff beige. Really nice pencil. Okay, we were gonna do contour. All right, I have these little things. It's the Relove Revolution, and people have been, you know, like grabbing up these things left and right. You can get them on the shelves at Walmart. These little cream contours, I get mine in light. And I need to do a video on contour. My face is kind of round, so I take the contour through here and push it down almost to the edge of where it comes around the apple of your cheek. Kind of like, let's take a little bit of product, just like dipping it up right like that, so that when you smile you can see just do like a half smile. Just so when you bring that edge down, you can actually see excuse me. Wow. dimpled edge right there. And just thin out your nose if you like, you know, whatever you do when you the most pleasing aesthetic on a female is a forehead that slopes backwards a little bit. And if you like that idea, use a little bit of that, you know, like right up in here. It pushes it down just a touch. Do what you want with it, but make sure you're doing it according to your features. It's better to work with your features rather than manipulate them into something that doesn't look natural. I think that's the whole concept of it, is just to go with the features that you have. You use that lighter shade down your nose, and then the tops and bottoms of where you contour. Right up in here, like to create a jawline. If you're one of those people that don't have a real definite jawline, you can make it look really, really elongated with contour. I did a contour video with the anatomy on one of my older channels, one that got hacked, unfortunately. Forgot about that. I used this for one of those shadows. I think it was with the cream shadow. Make sure that when you're doing a contour that you use something to set it a little bit so it doesn't really like move too much. Use the brush that you're using, or use like a big fluffy brush or something, or you can even use your beauty blender. I use a little bit of the Airspun over top. And I just kind of like tap it in there just to create, you know, that shadowy effect. It's a nice effect. In the middle goes a deeper shade. This is kind of a fair for the face. Go 1 degree deeper than your skin tone when you do a contour. That way it kind of just helps the whole idea of contouring your face. I can see a few mistakes I made right up in here. And if you need to use you could use the tip of a beauty blender, or you could use a fluffy brush that's meant for the corner, like right in there, you know, just to blend it upwards. Blend it up towards your brows, but make sure you when you do that you're working the curve, and that you're also diffusing it as you go, so that when, okay, I can probably pull my hair back down. It's kind of annoying me. I'm not used to having my hair up. Just make sure that you're creating the shadow, but make sure you diffuse it at the same time so it looks natural. Especially if you're doing like makeup for cinematography or any kind of like theater or something like that. I learned a lot of tips from somebody who used to do a lot of theater makeup. I learned from someone who was doing makeup for our drama club at school. And oh my goodness, it's amazing the stuff you learn. Amazing. All right. Down to the wire here. Blush and highlight, and a lip. when you do a blush and a highlight, make sure that you're putting them in the right place. And depending on your face structure, if you have a full face and fullness in here, keep your blush way up in the back. Don't bring it any further than here. Right up in here. I used the LA Colors Nude Glam Blush in Sultry. It is a beautiful shade of kind of like a spice, but a very cool spice. And even against like neutral or even fair skin like mine, it just creates a beautiful, beautiful flush. And it just, you know, it's really, really nice. I don't know what it is about this blush. It's just gorgeous. Goodness. Love it. And I dragged just a little bit of it, like right up in here, since I didn't create too much of a contour through there. I used a highlighter that my daughter gave to me because these things are way too light for her skin, even though her skin is a little bit deeper than mine. But right now she's in winter mode, but I'm winter mode year round because I don't tan. She tans. She gets that copper color skin just like my husband does because she has the NAI. This is the Ariza, and this is in Sunkissed highlighter. It's very, very light. I mean very light. So light that it's almost undetectable, but you can see it right through here. I'm gonna take my fingertip first and just, you know, like, just so I don't like affect too much of what's there already. Most of what I have learned about makeup, I have learned from YouTube, I have learned from other people, I have learned from my mom. Those Lucky magazines, if you still remember them, or if they're still out there floating around. I can remember going to do my laundry at the laundromat, and I'm glad we don't have to do that anymore, that I would grab a Lucky magazine from off the table and just grab that information. Right through here is your highlight zone. 1, 2. So 1, 2 is your highlight, 3 is your blush. I carry a little right through here. If I am grabbing your attention, you know, for like a 40-minute video, and hopefully, you know, this, you like the information that I'm giving you and stuff like this. So hopefully you are enjoying and finding this entertaining. I try to be entertaining. I do try to be entertaining. Little bit down the bridge of the nose, you know, just to create, you know, some light within the area here. Once you have light here, produces light through here. Bringing it here can exude light forward, bringing youthful look to the face. I have learned one pet peeve of mine is when people apply far too much makeup underneath their eyes, and we're talking like older women, especially older women who wear glasses, that they have so much makeup, you know, like caked up underneath their eyes, put on those glasses, and they probably have the wonkiest looking glasses ever, and it just, you know, it's like boom right there, you know, it's emphasized by their glasses, and it's just crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay, I picked a lipstick that I knew would probably go good with this, and this is a Revlon. I love Revlon lipsticks. They're just absolutely great. This is a cream. It is 637 in Blushing Nude. Right through the bottom lip. Accentuating through the top first, like where your Cupid's bow is, where you highlight, and pushing outwards. You don't want to do this thing where you're, just, slapping lipstick on. It does not work. You want to make sure that those lines look perfect and natural. And if you need to, keep some Q-tips on hand. Let's see, hold on. Use a little bit of powder. Yeah, I think I can grasp just a little bit extra of that powder. You can even use a little bit of foundation if you need to, just, to get those lines cleaned up a little bit, and make sure that they are, I wouldn't say nice and tight, but, just making sure that your lip lines are looking very natural looking. If you need to, I have a lip liner that's kind of somewhat similar. Maybe not, it's too pink. It's way too pink. Yeah, that's way too pink. But if you have a lip liner that's real close to that, it would probably do a world of good, just to fix it up. Thanks so much. And I'm sorry it was so long, but hopefully it was informative to you. It is so fun to make these videos for you. I will see you next time. Love y'all.